Hey, welcome to the process. My name is Dr. John Bush. This is for the science of fantasyfootball.com. Check out our podcast. This is FFPC Best Ball. May 31st is when I'm recording this. I'm going to do 4 rounds at a time by my method. We'll go through it. Dennis and I on our podcast actually started rounds 17 to 20, so we actually are going to do this in reverse, and I think that gives you a different perspective than what you're seeing out there. Anyway, this is my process. First thing I like to do is what you see here. It's my draft patterns for positions in the first 4 rounds. Each circle represents a player taken. So I'm not looking at the names here. I'm looking at the positions. The scorecard for 4 rounds is wide receivers, 21 taken, 16 RBs, 4 quarterbacks, 7 tight ends. Okay, FFPC's tight end premium, 1 quarterback situation. I did highlight the yellow. That's the first 12 here. So I do some symbology to make note of that. So right away you can see kind of what people are doing or not doing. First thing, clear to me that if you want an elite quarterback, you have to take them by the end of round 4, right? The top 4 are going. Doesn't mean it's top 4 at the end of the season. Just means the way the public's drafting, the top 4 are taken by rounds 1 to 4. So, first question I have, is that what I want to do? Do I want to take an elite quarterback in the 3rd or 4th round? My previous research suggests, given the weekly scoring, that quarterbacks are going to be in the top echelon about 1/3 of the time. So I know there's this late quarterback kind of thing, and if you're good at that, great. I don't know if I'm 100% good at that. So I've been building in. I've got 9 builds going right now. 9 different teams. I've been picking up Allen, Hurts, or I actually been passing and moving down to probably Lamar Jackson, maybe Dak. Certainly by the 6th round, I'm going to take a quarterback. Okay. Second question, do you want an elite tight end or not? Okay, 7 are being taken. So there is a significant run. Remember, this is tight end premium. So if you want the best, they're going to be in round 2. Rounds 3 and 4, you can get kind of that next tier kind of group. In fact, the public sees the top 5. It's kind of a lot alike. Take a look how close. And then the 6 and 7 are kind of almost the public saying they're the next tier. So those guys, who are those guys? Let's take a look at my actual list. Those are Pitts and Ingram. So Pitts and Ingram are going here. So theoretically, you could grab an elite quarterback and grab one of those tight ends. Or you could grow elite tight end, elite quarterback. Okay. So if that's your build, then what do you take in first round? Historically, my ADP versus end of the season, it suggests wide receivers round 1, RBs round 2. Okay, kind of one of each. Okay. But it depends. I've been drafting. If you're drafting towards the river late, then I have been grabbing an RB first. Sometimes I've been doing two RBs. It's just the way it's being dealt to me. If I'm not getting one of these elite WRs. Yeah, if I'm position one, I'm taking CMC. Okay. Assuming I'm not having that and I've got a shot at top 5 or 6, I'm probably grabbing those. If not, I'm probably grabbing at least one, maybe 2 RBs. Okay. And then probably collecting a quarterback and then maybe a wide receiver, or I may be getting a wide receiver, then one of these quarterbacks. So coming out of round 4, that's kind of been my pattern is 2 running backs, 1 wide receiver, and a QB has been kind of what I've been building on. Okay. But you've got to make those decisions. The reason I like to look here is you're not tricked by the name. Okay. Not showing you the name because sometimes, okay, the halo effect, the biases we have can be fooled by the name. Okay. This way, it's just a general pattern. Okay, this is really important to me, and this helps my thinking. Okay, helps my thinking. So that's why I'm doing this, right? So, let's see. What am I doing? So, by end of round 2, you've lost the top 12 WRs. Mid round 3, the first 12 RBs. So you got a little bit more leeway if you're happy with one of these later RBs here, okay? So theoretically, you could get WR, RB, okay? Or you could go WR, RB, WR, then a quarterback. I mean, you could do a tight end instead and try to do a later quarterback. Just depends on what works for you. Check your draft diary, okay? I have a whole lesson plan on that. You can check the video here. Okay. Besides that, I do have this data. Okay. This puts down names, metrics to this. Okay. This is FFPC, the pretty current ranks. First column is FFPC best ball rank, positional rank. Okay. That means the top RBs and whatnot. So you can see. And this rank is based on projected points, not by ADP. Because Laporta is going higher than Kelsey. But the pros are projecting him to have more points at the end of the season than Laporta. You figure it out. This is the round, so round 1, then I colorize round 2. This is the draft pick here. So here you are to River. Okay. ADP average, you can take a look. Here's the player and position, and I colorize that. Team, the bye. Positional rank. This is the projections from FFPC scaled to my scale, okay, by position. Obviously, the higher number, the better. The lowest players in the first 2 rounds are the RBs. Historically, there's been a view that RBs are very scarce, even early. And it is, if you look at the pattern of end of the season, it is not linear. It is exponential. And the pros are even having issues. And what this is telling me, the pros are thinking you're safer with the WRs and the tight ends at this point. That's what they're saying. They are baking in some of the historical injury and other factors RBs have to deal with every season. Hence the 0 RB. Talked a lot about that in my other lesson plans. Okay. So I just made note of the weaker ones here. And then this is my COM data. This is counts over median, a weekly metric. Okay. By the way, Marvin Harrison right here, the only rookie in the first 2 rounds right here, WR. If you look at the team build, they're thinking he's the dog. He gets it all. Pros, they're rating him in the top 25%, top 22%. He gets a 78. Drake London 76. Okay. Olave 78.8, a little bit higher. Okay. Look at Lamb, 140. So they think Harrison is half of Lamb. You could use it. You can use these metrics that way if you want. That's interesting, isn't it? So that's another way to compare it. So anyway, my COM data, anything 50% means 8 weeks above median. That's good. Yellow is 20 to 40%. That's kind of the second tier. And then below 20% is clear. And we don't have any of those. So you're pretty much getting pretty solid plays in the top 2 rounds. And that's probably not surprising. But historically, RBs have an issue with durability. Hence 0 RB. Here's rounds 3 and 4. The weaker ones are the RBs as well. The pros continue that issue. Okay. The only RB, Kamara, the pros are a little higher on than the rest of these cats. Check that out. Even though he's going way below some of these other cats. So Kamara does get my attention in round 4. I have drafted him. Got a 77. 77% of 16 weeks, he's above median. That's damn good. That is damn good. We're talking 59, 59, 50. Look at this. 38 for Jacobs. Deshane, 45. So be aware. Kamara's kick butt in this range here. Okay. So, a lot more tight ends starting to go here. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. This is 4. So Kincaid. Andrews at 90, folks. Even though he's going behind Kincaid. Okay. Pitts, 72. Ingram, 80. So if you look at what the pros think, the pros would rank Andrews first, Ingram second, then Kincaid and Pitts. But yet, Kincaid is going ahead of all those. So Ingram might be a good play as well in the 4th round. So anyway, that is how I look at the first 4 rounds. Here's this data. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to go every 4 rounds, but I thought I'd just do it piecemeal here. 13 minutes of me running my mouth. So my name is Dr. John Bush. This is the process. I will continue rounds 5 to 8 here in the next video lesson. Come back. We're having fun. Woo woo.